My name is Jane Mudiga. I'll be your host today for the school placement program. In today's program, we're going to host the director of Gladphil Boys in Kitengela, Madam Joy Gumi. She's here to tell us more about the school, why you as a parent should take your child to Gladphil in Kitengela, and the unique things that she's offering to our boys, and you can see she's a lady, why she has taken the boy child and not the girl child. So welcome to the program, and to invite Madam Joy, please tell us your names and something little about yourself.
My name is Joan Goni. I am a teacher and I'm a counselor, and I'm the director of Gladphil School, a boys' boarding secondary school in Kitengela. And thank you for listening.
Very well. She said she's a teacher and she's a counselor. And maybe she needs to tell us even more about that counseling aspect. Because when you think about the boy child, I think counseling comes very strongly. Today, as we think about the boy child, we feel like, now I'm being left out, and so they indulge in so many other things. So maybe that is very, very important. And tell us, is it just the normal counseling, or is there something beyond that?
I am trained as a counselor in guidance and counseling, and I'm also a specialist in marriage and family therapy. And I used to train counselors and also do counseling. And I used to come across boys. And I discovered that the boy child is actually neglected. He's abandoned. He's forgotten. And I love education. My husband loved education. And we thought of starting a boys' school. And especially also because every beginning of the year, you find the newspapers telling us so many boys will not go to secondary school, or so many children will not go to secondary school. So when we thought about serving in the area of education, we thought of dealing with the boy child, because we felt, especially I felt, I have the skills to deal with the boys, and that's how we thought of the boy child as the forgotten boy and the boy we wanted to deal with.
And we want to find out, where is this school?
Gladphil School is located 10 kilometers from Kitengela town. On your way to Namanga, when you pass East African University, there is a road on the right, a tarmac road, that goes to the Red Professor I thought is home. And about 500 meters ahead is where you find Gladphil School.
Very well. So, you've had the direction of the place, Kitengela. A lot of parents, they want to belong to the children in town. They want to take the children where there is space, especially children from Nairobi. Gladphil High School is a real good place because it has space. Is that right?
Yes, we are located in a quiet environment, ideal for learning. We have about 10 acres of land that we have given to the school because we don't do anything else there. So the children have enough space, and we have enough space for fields, for sports, and it's a good environment where your child is, free to be. We call it a home away from home. Yeah.
Then our home away from home is Gladphil Boys, and the other aspect is about academic.
Yeah.
How is Gladphil? Is it going to give that boy who's going to go to university?
We have been there from the year 2004.
Yeah.
So we are now 12 years old. We have done KCSE for 10 times.
Wow.
And what I want to assure the parents is that our results have been showing that if you look at the entry marks that the child came with in Form 1, they leave either with the same grade at Form 4 or they improve. And we have some boys who have really improved. Like I'll talk about a boy coming in with 310 marks, a boy who would not have been admitted in a provincial school, that I know about provincial schools, and the boy managed to get an A minus, and today he's a civil engineer. We have others that have come with even 250 marks, and they end up getting a C plus. I would want particularly to talk about a boy who came with 196 marks and managed to get a C plane. So we are sure of what we are doing. All the programs that we have put in place, I believe, helps the boys to achieve their potential, and that is what is important.
A lot of parents have challenges, or people who are taking care of boys, and one of the biggest challenges is feeling like the discipline aspects. How do you deal with discipline?
Wow.
With boys,
Yeah. Discipline is very important for our success. Our motto is we are striving for diligence and integrity. And immediately the boys come, as we do orientation, we teach them about diligence. That means they work well, they work hard, they work thoroughly, they do their best. And integrity is all about the morals, it's all about honesty, and we really emphasize on that. But I would say how we handle discipline, because I am a psychologist. We don't harass the boys. We talk to them, we talk with them, and I have seen that work. Because when a boy does a mistake, which is normal, I expect them to make mistakes because they are human beings and they are learning. When they make a mistake, we'll sit down, talk about it, and when they're in agreement that they are wrong, just remind them not to repeat. We give them a punishment, but we don't use corporal punishment. And I think I was talking to one of the boys as they left Form 4 this year, and he told me one of our strong points is that we don't harass the boys. We listen to them, we let them also tell us their challenges, even as we want to correct them, because discipline is about teaching, it's about correcting students when he makes a mistake.
We have other challenges, especially the boys as they grow up, the adolescence challenges. And this is a time when you get the boys starting to smoke. And, others get into drugs, others get into relationships. Those things that comes with adolescence, and they distract learning, and some of them really may permanently affect the life of that child. You've seen those being expelled from schools, and that's really bring a complete change or effect or a very negative impact into their lives. Where are you on this?
Well, I would say adolescence is a period of experimentation.
Yeah.
The child is experimenting and asking, who am I? So they try many roles, they try many things. It's very normal. And I would say, even as much as we talk about drugs, when I admit students, I find those that join us in Form 1 are not really influenced because of the programs that we have put in place. They are not really influenced. But even if they were, still the talking with them and guiding them really helps. But if I admit a boy, let's say from another school, and that has happened many times, and they come, we do drug tests, we do psychometric tests. So we want to understand this child psychologically, where they are, what are their challenges. And one of the things that I have found parents getting amazed with is when they bring a child, they are telling me stories about why he's changing the school. They don't know really the problem. But when I talk with the child, maybe within 5 minutes, they have already told me the truth. They have already told me they are smoking. And parents are like, how did that happen? He told you this, are you sure? And we have taken them through programs. We do take them for professional counseling. There are some that will refuse to admit and say this one needs to go for rehabilitation for 3 months before they can join school and be ready to learn. And when we are in school, we know them. We have 2, 3 boys. We know. We are struggling with them. We are taking them for counseling. Because I keep saying there is no dustbin for a human being. So I feel we are called to also help those that are challenged instead of expelling them. But if they are too much, okay, I can't say we haven't expelled one or two, because there are times when you tell the parent to cooperate, the parent is not cooperating, the student is not cooperating. So instead of them just staying in school doing nothing or influencing others, then at that point you can expel. But we avoid to do that. Is the last resort.
Yes.
Yes.
Boys love eating, and mothers of boys will really testify to this. And now, a school with so many boys, how is your feeding programs?
I wish the parents would come and see our boys, because one of the feedback I get every time we get visitors in our school is that they are very smart, they are well fed, they look healthy, because we ensure we give them good food, balanced diet, and we make sure it's also tasty. And we put maybe some extra things that maybe some other schools don't give their boys. Like I would want to say we give saucy, just to add more protein. Because these boys are growing, even as we give them meat. And we ensure they have vegetables. Once in a while we give them fruits. We can't afford every day, but we ensure that at least they're eating well and they have enough food. Because I think the biggest issue for a boy is to have enough food. They have a lot of energy, they are growing, and they do a lot of activities. So if they don't have enough food, then you have trouble with them. But I can assure you that is not an area we have ever had a problem with.
I know a number of parents are saying, this is school I want to take my child. But they're asking, how much do I have to part with to be able to have my child in school in Form 1, 2 or 3? Or even some of them want to, I don't know, they are meeting Form 4 at this stage. So how much is the school fees like? Is it affordable?
Well, we think our school fees is affordable. If we look at the programs that we have put in school that needs money, we try to charge not a very high fee. Of course, it's not the best, because there are many things that we want to do that need money, but we don't have enough. We are charging tuition and boarding for our Form 1 is 40,000 Kenya shillings. When you add some other few expenses here and there, it comes to 45,500 per term. So that's the cost, 45,000, she said, 500 per term, quite affordable. And the parent, you can understand why that figure, because of the facilities that they are able to offer. The facilities and especially the element of paying our teachers, because if we don't pay them reasonable salary, then they will not come to our school, or they will not do a good job. So we want to make sure that our teachers are paid, our support staff are paid, and the food is bought. So school fees is about how our expenses are.
Anything about co-curricular activities?
We have football, we do rugby, we do volleyball. Basketball courts, we haven't developed a good one, but we have been having basketball. We have even gone for competitions, and we do table tennis, we do badminton, and we do debating, we do drama. We have even gone out for competitions in drama. And as we are saying, the cost of education is high. And because the parents are not affording much, then we find sometimes we are limited even when we want to do other things. But there's a program that we encourage our parents to ensure that every student who joins our school does that program. We have a program we call outdoor leadership program. That's where we take our boys out there in the wilderness. They hike for one whole week. And if they are carrying their own luggage, they are carrying their food, they are carrying their tents, and they are looking for the directions because they use a compass. And in the evening, they have to practice leadership because they have a captain who will divide them and give them different duties. They have to cook for themselves, they have to look for the firewood, we don't carry any firewood. And every evening after the end of the day, we sit and pick all the lessons of the day. And it's a program I would say I've seen transform boys. They are able to see their potential as an individual. Because by the end of 1 week, you find sometimes you have hiked for 100 kilometers or more. And I hear boys saying, I can't believe it, I didn't know I can do this. And when they transform that discovery into their academics and into their discipline, I have found that program, the outdoor leadership program, really transform our students.
Yes, extracurricular activities are very important, especially to the boy child. What do you have in that line?
We have a large compound, so we have a field for football and rugby. We have volleyball, and we also have a basketball court, but we have not developed it well. But we have had teams and even going out for competitions in basketball and as well as football. We also have, because we know boys need to be healthy, they need to be busy, so end of the day we want them to go to the field so that they relax and enjoy. But we also have debating club, we also have what we call science congress. We have many activities actually, but there is one particular one that I would like to talk about, and this is a program we call the Outdoor Leadership course or program, where end of the term we take boys out there in the wilderness. Like we normally take them to either Tok, we take them to Hell's Gate, we take them to Taita Taveta, and we take the boys are hiking every day, and they are carrying their luggage, they are carrying their food, their tents and everything, and they will set their tents end of the day, and they will cook for themselves. And then they will select a leader who will divide the duties amongst themselves. And they are to take care of themselves, figure out where to get the firewood, figure out where to get the water. We don't guide them in that, although we are with them. And we also use a compass to find the direction. So you find the boys, end of that very day, we sit down and they pick the lessons each one of them have picked. And I have had boys really pick very great things, like they will say, they will discover, oh, this is how our parents get tired, and they really appreciate. Then they discover the potential each one of them have, and they are like, wow, you mean end of a week I could have walked for more than 100 kilometers. And this is a program that has transformed the boys. So when they transform the discovery, their own discovery into academics and discipline back at school, I've seen that program really transform the boys. And it's a program I would want every boy who joins Gladphil to do at least once in the 4 years that they are there. It's a great program.
Very well. So, I want you to look at that viewer and in summary, tell us the most unique thing that you feel like Gladphil Boys has. Why would I bring my child to that particular school? That very special, unique thing.
I think the most unique thing about Gladphil, one, is it's a Christian school. With one of the directors who was a Presbyterian church minister, who was a chaplain at Kenyatta University and director there. And us being Christians, we want to nurture spiritual development of our students. We want to nurture character formation. We are really interested in that. And I am a psychologist, and the other director is also a psychologist. And having that background, we tell ourselves that we want to understand this teenager. So we deal with them as individuals. We try to understand the individual. If they have challenges, we deal with them. we see, is it about talking with them in school? Is it about taking them to a professional counselor? Is it about taking them for, let's say, rehabilitation? We go an extra mile with that psychology of understanding students and especially listening to them, because most of them tell us that their parents don't listen to them. And it's important when they have someone to listen to them. So you find discipline doesn't really give us a lot of trouble. And also with co-curricular activities, especially that program you're calling the Outdoor Leadership Program, because we believe boys were created for outdoors, not indoors. So as much as they're in class the whole day, we ensure that in the evening they go out in the field, so that they can relax, so that they can enjoy, so that they can nurture their talents, because most of them also discover their talents in the field. And there are those who want to develop, into maybe football or something after school. And it is still a career, it is important. When we have drama, I have a student who is working for a South African company as an actor. And we discovered in school that he was very, very good in acting. So we try to nurture their talents and help them discover who they are as individuals. And that way, we feel we are doing a good job, because everybody is not going into the academic world. Of course, there are those who have joined the university. We have boys who have done, like I said, civil engineering. We have economists. We have accountants. We even have an actuarial scientist. We have many who have gone into various fields after going to the university. But there are those who don't join university. I have a boy who got a D, but today he has 3 companies of his own. So we encourage them as individuals, because everybody is unique and they need someone to keep encouraging them to see that there is life beyond just school, because there is something that they need to do. They will be family men. We need to help them become good family members. And that all depends on, have you discovered who you are? Have you taken that? Because teenagers are very influenceable. They influence each other, and sometimes they want to see themselves as a group. But we are also trying to tell them, yes, influence each other in a positive way, but also be an individual. And remember, after school, you came in alone and you are going out alone, and you are going to develop who you are as a person.
Sure. Gladphil Boys in Kitagera is surely a school where we should take our boys, because they come out academically good and an all-rounded boy. So for more information, call the director on the numbers that are running on the screen, and also find out more. You could also pay a visit, because the school is open through and through. Pay a visit and be able to learn more about Gladphil. So we're so delighted that you're watching Elimu TV, and from our desk of school president, we want to continue to keep watching Elimu TV as we work towards bringing you more schools, more directors to talk more about their schools, what is the unique things that they are offering, and also some other things that they may think that are important in education. Maybe in closing, I want to ask Madam Gumi, what do you feel about the results of KCSE this year?
Wow, we are delighted by what our CS is doing.
Yes.
We were happy because the environment of doing the exam was very calm, and the boys are proud to have gotten whatever the results they got. We had boys with B's and C's and D's also. For the first time we got a knee. We have never had a boy with a knee for the 9 times we have done. And because we are talking about integrity, we really talk about integrity. We are happy because the results are out of integrity. Yes. We would like this country to have future leaders who are leaders with integrity. And if you get whatever grade you get, it will place you in the right place, instead of getting a grade that does not belong to you, and then you find you cannot even fit in wherever you go out there. So that is the way to go for Kenya, and our CS is doing a great job.
Thank you so much, Madam Gumi. And we pray, we advise you to call that number and you'll have your child praised at Gladphil Boys in Kitengela. You're watching Elimu TV, School Placement, and we are glad to know you've been with us this far. Thank you. I'm your host, Jane Madiga.